All right, so in this video, we're going to show you how to take an email address, like the Google address that you might have already created, and take that and now make it into an Apple ID. So whether you're on your iPad or on a laptop or desktop computer, you're going to go to the App Store. Once you're in the App Store, in order to make an Apple ID without using a credit card, you're going to look for any free apps. So the way that you can do that is either by searching or by looking in the top charts and searching for a free app, but you want any free app. And then you're going to click Get and then Install. And when you click Install, it's going to ask you to sign in. And right now, you're going to not click on that top one because you're not going to use an Apple ID. You don't have one yet, so you're going to create new Apple ID.
It'll pull up a window and it's going to ask you a variety of questions. So the first thing you need to do is select the nation that you're in, which is the United States. Then it will ask you to agree to the privacy policies, and you're just going to scroll down and hit agree, and then agree again.
And here's where you're going to put in your email address. So again, it's important that you remember your email address, but also remember your password. At the end of all of these steps, you're going to be asked to verify your email address by going to this email. So if you don't have that password, then you'll be stuck. So make sure that it's an email that you remember. This password can be different than your email password, but Apple does make it have at least 8 characters, and it has to have a number, an uppercase letter, and a lowercase letter. So it might shoot it back to you and say, no, you need something more secret or more secure.
So I need to have more secure characters here. And make sure you write this down, because sometimes we forget because we have so many different passwords. Then it's going to ask me a bunch of security questions, and these are used to retrieve your password in case you forget it or you need to reset it.
So you would choose a question that you know the answer to.
My best friend in high school, Katie.
And then choose another question, and you're going to do this 3 times. Underneath that, it asks for an optional email. You don't need to fill that part in, but you do need to enter in your date of birth. The bottom 2, you can leave them alone or you can uncheck them so you don't get emails. And then you're just going to click Next.
Then it will ask you for billing information, and since we set it up this way, you don't need a credit card in order to set up your account, so you're going to select None.
You do need to select a title. It seems silly, but you do have to select either Mr., Mrs., or Miss, or Doctor. And then you're going to fill in your first and last name and your home address and your home city and state and zip code. All right, so we'll kind of scroll through just to show what this looks like. When you click state, it's going to show a big list. You can choose California. And then you do also need to enter a phone number. This is Apple, so everything will be kept secure, and they're not going to call you randomly. But in the event that you can't remember a password, it might send you an email or send you a message with that phone number. So this is the verification email that we were talking about. So in order to fully make this setup of your Apple ID complete, you're going to have to go to this email address. So we'll show what that looks like.
So make sure that when you're setting up your email address, you remember what email address you're using, because you may have more than one. So just make sure that you know which one is going to be associated with Apple.
So because we just made this email address, the Barbie doll 2015 8383, we're able to sign in and check the mail. You don't need to download anything. You can just go to the mobile site, and that top most recent one is from Apple, and it says verify your Apple ID. So you're going to click the blue link that says verify now. When you do that, it's going to take you to Apple's website, and you're going to have to sign in and put that same exact email address in, and then the password that you created, which will have been at least 8 characters with a capital letter, a lowercase letter, and a number. And again, this is the password for your Apple ID, not necessarily the password for the Gmail. It could have been the same one. And now it says email address verified. So if we were to go back to the App Store, it might ask you to sign in again to finish creating it. And then you are good to go. And because this one does not have a credit card attached, you'll only be able to download free apps, but you can click Start Shopping. And any paid apps that the school wants you to have, they will push out so that you don't have to buy them. But you can feel free to download some appropriate apps. Just keep in mind that these iPads do have a limit on storage space, and you might be asked to delete some of your apps or music or pictures if it becomes too full to do the educational work you need to do. All right, that is all.
Thank you.